Welcome to Natural Born Talents. Today's aura is the blue aura, or the mother's aura. The mother aura is a very emotional aura, very feminine aura, in the sense that it has the natural instincts to nurture as a mother. This aura tends to be very family-oriented, loves being helpful to others, loves to teach, but it tends to be so emotional that they sometimes can't control their feelings and cry very easily. For example, when they're very angry, they'll cry. When they're happy, they'll cry. When they see a beautiful sunset, they will cry. They tend to be very intuitive towards other people's feelings, although they don't have the ability to explain their feelings all the time. They tend to instinctively react to what they feel. Traditionally, this aura usually took the housewife position in the world. It's a natural support aura. It doesn't mean they can't do other things. They certainly can. It just means they seem to have the natural ability to nurture a family, to support the husband, to raise children. They love doing this, although they sometimes get trapped with people who don't understand their natural ability and therefore don't get appreciated for what they do. If this aura doesn't receive appreciation for their natural abilities, they do tend to react emotionally or even selfishly. This aura of all the auras is the most susceptible to the Cinderella complex, waiting for Prince Charming to show up and give them all the romance their heart desires. This aura really loves the fantasy of romance, which doesn't mean they don't deserve it. However, in today's society, where there is more movement towards women having equality in the world, this aura can succeed in many areas in the business world. And if there's a push in, say, something like feminism, this aura may go along with it. If they go too far with it, however, they will lose their natural ability to nurture and support family, and forget that they're really seeking is just appreciation for their skills, which there are many. Because this aura loves to help so much, they have trouble saying no when they should say no. In other words, they can be used easily by others. The trick for them is to balance their lives. Give to friends and families as needed, but also take time for their own spiritual and emotional needs. If this aura can balance themselves, they can function far more efficiently. If they don't balance themselves, they can become obsessed with their needs and do strange things like binge watching romance TV programs, or go out shopping and buy tons of clothes that they don't need, or spend a long time complaining to their friends that they're not getting their needs met, and so on. Therefore, this aura really needs to be assertive in their needs, but do it in a way that isn't just complaining, that they take the responsibility for their lives, as well as providing their natural ability to nurture others. As I said before, this aura can do many different things in the business world, but they tend to be secretaries, nurses, office clerks, or anyone that really supports a business. They can be managers, though they are not true leaders. If they do find themselves in this position, it's always a good idea to have someone else take care of the finances of their business. It's not that this aura isn't good at finances. They're actually very good for family finances. But asking for money is sometimes difficult for this aura because they perceive money as to be something dirty. Education-wise, this aura tends to do well in things like music, arts and crafts, literature, language, and so on. Anything that has to do with the emotional side of the human being. Things like science and math, they can do, but emotionally they are not equipped as well as some, of course, the illogical linear thinkers. They tend to be much less interested in such subjects that are dry and straightforward, logical or linear. Sports also is not their forte often, though they love to go for a walk in nature or a hike, play badminton, or go on a picnic. Things like bodybuilding or martial arts or these other sports are going to be less appealing to them. So much so they tend to be a little bit endorphic. Because this aura is geared for raising children, they tend to have the mother figure, a body suited for pregnancy. This doesn't mean that they have to get married and raise children. They just seem to be naturally designed for that role in life. This aura is compatible with a lot of other auras. They tend to be very friendly, sociable people. They love gatherings and they love to talk about other people. And they love giving supportive advice. However, the more strict or the more spiritual or the more physical auras do not do well with this aura. They, of course, because they are emotional, are looking for compassion and love and romance. Therefore, their partner should be somebody who can naturally give those needs. Because this aura tends to get married early and loves to have a family, it is wise for them to choose their partner carefully. If they find a good match, this is one of the auras that will make a commitment through their entire life. At least they romantically think so. This aura does tend to be mostly female. There are some men who do carry this aura. I've met a few. And it might be confusing for men who do have this aura to be so emotional and feminine. However, if they do understand their inner workings, they can work it out just like anyone else. Getting back to their way of thinking can be confusing to other people at times. In education, like I said before, they do like the more literal side of education. And they can get caught up in the fantasy of romance. However, if the people around them can appreciate them for what they are and get them to get their heads out of the world of emotion and become more pragmatic, communication with this aura is very easy. Some of the people that I work with this aura, I just simply comment on their skills, talk about the kids that we're working with, and so on. And it's actually quite a joy to be around these people because they're so gentle, patient, and loving. But for other people who are a little bit more critical, this aura can be very difficult to be around because they don't understand their emotional process. So critical thinkers will often view this aura as impractical, spastic, klutzy, and over-emotional. Because this aura is so emotional, however, they do have an innate spiritual view of, say, God or religion. In other words, they enjoy religious practices such as going to a church or temple. Somewhere deep within their emotions, they feel that there is some higher being that will someday appreciate them for what they have done in life. There is so much more to say about this aura as there are in all the auras, but generally speaking, this aura does best when raising a family with an individual who appreciates them for what they do, but at the same time try to attend to their own spiritual, emotional, and physical needs. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to support this video or this kind of work, please look into some of the children's books that I write, or perhaps some of the artwork that I do. They are both geared around this concept of psychology, learning, and growing. Or you can contact me about your aura, matchmaking, career choice, and many of these other things related in life. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you next time.